Now, Nigeria's stock market is extending its bearish run with the all-share index dropping almost 0.5%, with stocks such as Oando, Daar Communications and Cornerstone driving the decline. Ameerat Adamu, investment research analyst at ARM, joins me now for more market movements. Ameerat, thank you so much. Pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me
on the show today. Now, the market also closed down today, making it that's 5 consecutive days of losses.
Yes.
We've seen some, big names also dragging the market down. But help us understand why this negative sentiment is persistent.
Okay, so this negative sentiment is basically a mix of both profit-taking and sell-offs. So profit-taking in the sense of we saw a rally in earlier this year in the market where we saw an increase in the banking stock. So the banking stock was gaining earlier this year. We saw the rally, and so investors are now taking their profits after the rally, and sell-off in the sense of seeing investors sell off to go into the fixed income market to lock in yields at the longer tenor. So they are basically just trying to take advantage of the high yields at the longer end of the.
And it's quite interesting because this is it's last trading week for the month of February. I believe just 2 days of trading left.
Yes.
And so this is also the time portfolio investors rebalance their portfolios. And it's I'm happy you mentioned the fixed income market because there is a belief that in the coming weeks we could see a steady decline in yields, treasury bills, bonds, because we've seen the central bank sort of changing strategy, trying to ensure that the debt service burden for the federal government, is reduced. So, what does this mean for investors, for the market? Could this be a major catalyst driving more investors into the market?
Yes, this would be more major driver to drive investors into the fixed income market, and
into the stock market.
Oh, you mean into the stock market?
Okay. Because if yields are declining in the fixed income market,
okay.
Wouldn't that be an attractive for those investors to come into the equities market? Okay,
yes, that should be an avenue for investors to go into the stock market. But we should also look at it in the sense of we saw inflation figure. The rebate figure came in at 24%, which is lower than the December figure. And the CBN MPC meeting, they actually left rates unchanged. And from the CBN governor's speech and his body language, thank you, see that we might expect rate cuts later in future. So maybe by the next meeting. So this is just basically investors trying to take advantage of the yields right now at the fixed income market. And there are lots of liquidity inflows expected in the market also. So that is basically going to drive more investors into the fixed income market space, basically just to take advantage of that yield, because we don't know when next we might see these high yields in the fixed income markets. But however, we'll still see investors trading in the equities market. So it's not like they're all leaving the equities market. We'll still see some trades there.
So what are the stocks or names that investors are quite keen on right now at the market?
Okay, say the banking sector, banking stocks. So most banking stocks, most banking tickers, they haven't released their earnings, because due to all the regulations they need to go through before they can publish. So by the time they publish, we expect to see momentum over there, because banking stocks are known for their dividend payment history, so they are very consistent with that. And with the sell-offs and profit-taking in the markets, price of those stocks will be coming down, so investors will take the opportunity to go in at much lower prices.
And that was gonna be my next question. What names have very good re-entry points right now? They're perhaps taking a significant beating in the last 2 weeks or so.
Okay, so say FBNH. We have FBNH, and we also bullish out GTCO, even though they haven't taken that more beating, but we are very bullish. We are bullish on GTCO and UBA also. So basically, the big names, the tier ones in the banking
tier one names,
yeah.
always the tier ones. But outside of the banking sector, where else are investors bargain hunting for value? Any names within the consumer goods sector?
Okay, yeah, the consumer goods sector, see PZ. Like, following the announcement of their conversion of loans to to stocks, shareholdings for the parent company. So we've seen a lot of buying interest over there because that's going to boost their earnings, because that's one of the major drag down on their financials, because that's what is increasing their FX losses. So we've seen positive sentiment over there for the consumer goods space, and we're also bullish on the oil and gas sector.
Of course, the oil and gas sector, but that's a conversation for another day. Thank you so much, Ameerat, for talking to us today. Pleasure having you on the show. That was Ameerat Adamu, Investment Research Analyst at ARM.